Hi, I'm Laurie Friedrich, and we're live at the Tech Edge Conference today. And we're privileged to have Abbey Spaulding, a second grade teacher from Friedrich Elementary here in Lincoln, with us today to talk about the amazing things she's doing with her students. Hi, Abbey. How are you?
Good.
Good, good. Well, I know that you're doing some e-publishing with second graders. Can you tell us a little bit about how you do that?
Well, I kind of went high-tech this semester, and I've done publishing in the past with students quarterly, and I like to have them do a published story and take it through all the steps of the writing process. And instead, I kind of upped the ante a little bit and added using some technology and using eBook Magic. And I have a student teacher that we work together with. And so we paired up, and he taught me some things, and the kids taught me some things, and I learned some things from the Tech Dyad and from the tech conference, the Tech Edge that I went to this past session. And so I learned how to use Notes and the dictation app and the eBook Magic app, and how to integrate all of that and take the kids' authentic writing and put it right into an ebook, so that we could publish and make them famous.
How exciting.
Yes.
And what was the app that you liked?
Well, probably my favorite was the eBook Magic, but they all kind of work together to be able to take the dictation, have the kids dictate, then take that into Notes, and then be able to edit and manipulate, change things a little bit in the Notes section, and then take that and put it into the ebook and have the kids pick their own Google images and publish, and then we got to email those to the parents. And
How exciting is that?
It was very exciting. So the kids loved it because they thought, you know, I'm famous. I have a published story now. So that was really exciting.
And that's always one of the goals of the writing process, is that students see themselves as authors.
Right. And it brought some of those kids that are reluctant writers. It pulled them in, and where they wouldn't have been as motivated, they were drawn in and wanted to use that technology and wanted to be next so that they could publish their stories. So, and then I printed them off in color and binded them and had that artifact for their technology portfolio as well. So we got to send it off to their parents and then have that actual story in their hands so they could read it and share with their friends in class. And
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on getting that to happen.
Thank you.
Now, I understand you're also doing something different with your running records this year.
I am. It's something that I've had to do for years, is doing the running records and the DRAs for reading assessments in Lincoln Public Schools. And I went high-tech this semester, and I found an awesome app, and it's called a Running Record Calculator, and it's by Von Bruno. And I found the light version, but I decided to upgrade to a little more expensive. It was only $1.99, and it was well worth every penny that I upgraded to that version, because I found some different things that it could do that the light version didn't do.
Okay.
And so what it is it's a calculator that actually records the student reading as you're doing the running record. And if they have errors, you know, by hand, sometimes it's hard to keep up with those kids. So
right.
You can just tap if they make an error and go back, and it documents where that error was. It records the student reading, so then you can hear them read it back, and they can hear themselves, which is really powerful. You can use that in your everyday class too. You know, if they're doing station time and you want them to listen to each other read, they can record each other and listen to it back and try to improve with their fluency.
Sure.
So there's other ways you could just use it, but with the running record app, you would just put in their errors, their self-correct, and then it just figures it all up for you. It's like the most amazing thing. And when I just presented a little bit ago, the teachers are like, oh my gosh, I have to get that.
Yeah.
So they were very excited to hear that that was out. And the best part of it, not only does it record the kids, but you can email it. So that was the best function that I found on there. So I emailed it to the parents immediately after I read with the students, And then the kids came to school the next day and they're like, my mom and dad heard me read and they said I did so good, and it was so powerful. And for them to even know that I was recording and emailing it,
yes,
kind of upped the ante. I think it almost made them do better than they would have if it was just them and I sitting there and I was, you know, recording with the pencil and listening to them. So there were a lot of benefits to that, using that in the class. And I, from now on, will always use that during running record time.
And
which is you have to do it 4 times a year, every quarter.
That's great.
So it's super beneficial and it's time saving. So you don't have to sit there, get your calculator out, figure out, you know, dividing and doing all of that. It just does it right there for you. All you need to know is the number of words and the errors and self-correct. So
that's phenomenal.
It saved tons of time.
It's always good to hear that sometimes the use of technology, although you have to find it initially, actually saves time and, as you're saying, helps students sometimes as well.
Right.
And I hear you have some exciting news about a grant.
I do.
Tell us about that.
I've written 4 grants because after I left the Tech Edge this year, I said, I need an iPad. I want to do all this cool stuff, but I don't have an iPad. So I decided to get on the mission of writing grants. And I went to our media specialist who has also written grants. So I did go to a couple outlets in our building and asked for some recommendations. And she gave me some ideas. And I decided to jump in and write grants. And I actually got one fulfilled just this past Friday. And it was through Lincoln Public Schools, through the Fund a Need. And it was actually the easiest grant that I wrote, which is really cool. It only took, you know, maybe I'd say 15, 20 minutes to actually write the thing up.
Wow.
Where I had other grants that took me weeks to write up and find the information and get the research and the background. And so the Fund a Need was a real simple way to put it out there. And there's obviously people who want to help the teachers in Lincoln Public Schools and help fund us and give us those resources to improve our classrooms.
That's great. What are you getting?
Well, I'm getting some iPads. I'm going to get some money to buy iPads and possibly a cart, an iPad cart, a mobile cart for our school. Wow. So my mission was just to start out with one, and I thought, well, maybe I'll try for a little bit more. And so I'm going to try to get at least as many as I can. I think I might be able to get up to 5 possibly, and then the cart, and then share them with my team.
That's fantastic.
So I'm not just going to hog them all. I want the other teachers to be able to start kind of the wave of the future and what I've learned with the Tech Edge and all the exciting things, because I'd never even touched an iPad last time I was here at the Tech Edge, and now I'm presenting, which is just, it's weird to think that I went that far in just like a semester, but it really inspired me, and it's a passion of mine, and I want to do this. And I know that that's what I need to do for the kids, to engage them and get them excited about learning, and I need to step it up because I didn't have the technology, you know, savvy. And now I really feel like I can do some cool things in the classroom. So,
well, you've invested some time and effort and on your own part, and it seems like it's really paying off. So congratulations, Abby.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing those ideas with our teachers, and hopefully that will inspire you also to try something new with your students for their good, and maybe even write a grant and get some things to begin if you don't have those at your school. So we'll say goodbye for now from the Tech Edge. Thanks for joining us.